If you're getting food stamps right now, you need to hear this. In just 10 days, your EBT card is about to change in ways that could affect what you can and can't buy at the grocery store. And I'm not exaggerating when I say millions of people have no clue this is coming. I've got the full breakdown right here, and I'm going to walk you through exactly what's happening, which states are affected, and most importantly, how to prepare before January 1st hits. Because trust me, this is going to catch a lot of folks off guard at the checkout counter, and I don't want that to be you. Look, I'm not here to scare anybody or make this worse than it is, but I am here to make sure you know what's coming so you're not blindsided. So let's break this down together. Hey everyone, it's Tony here. If you're new to the Retirees Benefits channel, welcome. I've been covering government assistance programs for years, breaking down these policy changes so you don't have to dig through hundreds of pages of confusing documents. I know how much these benefits matter because I've been there. I grew up watching my family navigate this system, and I know how stressful it is when things keep changing. That's why I read through every article, every policy update, and bring you the information you need to know. So if this helps you, please hit that subscribe button down below. It's 100% free, and turn on notifications so you don't miss critical updates like this one. Now, I think we all recognize that over the last couple of months we've seen multiple different changes within the food stamp program, a lot of which went into effect as of November 1st Street. We had that disruption, the lapse in benefits in the first half of November. That was a massive mess. And now this is going to be impacting 18 states. Within these 18 states, we've got millions and millions of beneficiaries being impacted. And it all comes down to those waivers that were granted by the USDA for these 18 states to ban the purchase of, well, take your pick. It actually depends on which state you're located in because the rules are different in every single state. And that's kind of the problem as well. There's no uniformity between all of these states. It's all a little bit different. They're banning things like sugary drinks, carbonated beverages, dessert foods, candies, all kinds of random things. Let me pop this article up right here so you can see it for yourself. Okay, so there's one section of this article that I really want to focus on, right here. See this? The lack of uniformity across these 18 states as far as what's being banned. Now get this. They're projecting upwards of 120,000 food items are likely going to be banned. I'm going to be fair with you. I don't know how many food items are in any given grocery store. I have no idea. It's probably several hundred thousand. But 120,000 food items that are likely going to be banned from this. What's going to be left to buy? I mean, seriously, right? What is going to be left for SNAP beneficiaries, food stamp beneficiaries, EBT cardholders to buy with their benefits if they ban the purchase of 120,000 food products? That's going to leave slim pickings for anybody in these 18 states to actually find something to eat. And here's another massive problem. They don't really have a solid plan on how to enforce this. Like, what are you going to do to enforce this? They've got 120,000 products that they're looking at to eliminate the purchase of starting January 1st. But how are they going to implement this? What are they going to do? Well, that's exactly what they're talking about in this section of the article right here. This is going to lead to tons of policing by cashiers and checkout individuals, as well as a lot of embarrassment and other issues that may pop up at the checkout counter when people are just trying to buy their things. All of a sudden, 1 out of 5 items, 1 out of 10 items, whatever it is, there's going to be a handful of items that go through the register, and they're going to say, sorry, you can't use your card for this. Can you imagine how embarrassing this is going to be for a lot of people? Standing there at the checkout, holding up the line, having the cashier tell you in front of everyone that you can't buy what you picked out. It's humiliating. I've been talking about this for months. Over the summer, they granted the first wave of 6 waivers from the USDA for 6 states. That was over the summer. And we started talking about it a little bit then. And then about a few weeks, maybe a month later, they granted 6 more waivers for 6 more states to ban the purchase, up to 12 states. And now, like a week ago, week and a half ago, give or take just a handful of days ago, they came back and granted 6 more waivers. So we're now up to 18 states across the country that have these waivers granted by the USDA to ban the purchase of, again, take your pick. It's different for all the states. That is what the problem is here. They don't really have a solid plan. Some states just ban the purchase of sugary drinks. Some states ban the purchase of carbonated beverages. Some states ban just sugary food and dessert purchases or candy. Some states ban both of them. Some states ban energy drinks. Some states don't. It's a mess, right? Why are they all different like this? Shouldn't it just be the same rule across every single state? For the most part, across the country, food stamp beneficiaries fall into the same group of rulings. You've got the same rules across the board, regardless of which state you're in. Obviously, the programs are administered a little bit differently, but for the most part, it's pretty much the same set of rules for all the beneficiaries across the country. And we're not seeing that here with this new ruling. Now, get this as well. And this part is also highlighted right here in this part of the article that I have pulled up. Any grocers that do not comply with this are looking at a 6-month ban from actually accepting EBT benefits. So point being, let's just say your local grocery store, wherever you go for your weekly grocery shopping run. Let's just say for some reason you're doing everything fine, no problem whatsoever. But there's somebody else out there that's coming through and they're buying prohibited items with their EBT card. And the grocer is saying, I don't know if this is really legit. We probably should be banning this, but we feel bad. We don't want to. And they say, let's just let it slide. Let's just go through, let it be bought with the EBT benefits. That grocer, if caught, which they likely will be because it's all digital, it's all run through the scanner, and everything has a UPC, a SKU number, the computer knows exactly what that product is. If your grocer is found selling these prohibited items, they're looking at a 6-month ban, a minimum of a 6-month ban from accepting EBT benefits. So you may be barred from going to your local grocery store if they allow someone else to come through and buy prohibited items. Even if you're doing everything totally fine, buying all the necessary items, not breaking any rules, which I don't think any of you in this community are breaking rules, based on the comments I've seen. If they were to let this slide and get busted on that grocer may lose their ability, their license to accept EBT cards and payments for a minimum of 6 months if they break the rules. That's nasty. That's going to hurt a lot of people. That's going to hurt a lot of people who are relying on this. And here's how it usually goes. I think we all recognize how this game works, right? Doesn't matter what we're talking about. It's always like 1 or 2 or a very small group of people that ruins it for everybody. I mean, seriously. Look at the video I just had out a couple days ago. I was talking about a couple guys who owned these little convenience stores, and they ripped the program off for $7 million. That's just one story of a lot of stories that are out there of people that are really hosing the EBT, the food stamp program. The problem is with this, it's a very small percentage of people that are taking advantage of the program. But unfortunately, because of that, they're ruining it for everybody. And all the beneficiaries are getting hammered left and right with all these new rules and different waivers that are being granted, and all of these different aspects of the food stamp program that are changing because of a few people that are taking advantage of the program and ruining it for everybody. That's how we see with just about everything, right? A small group of people ruin it for the majority, for the masses. It's a sad situation. Now let me be clear about who this impacts. This is hitting 18 states, which means millions of SNAP recipients are going to wake up on January 1st and suddenly find out they can't buy half the things they normally buy. Families with kids. You're trying to grab a juice box or a soda for your teenager. Depending on your state, that might be banned. Working poor. You're exhausted from your shift. You want to grab an energy drink on your way home. Might be banned. Elderly folks. You like to have a dessert with dinner. A little treat. Depending on your state, that could be banned too. Single parents. You're already stretching every dollar, and now you've got to navigate a minefield of banned items at checkout while your kids are getting restless. This affects everyone on SNAP in these 18 states, and nobody seems to be talking about it. All right, so what do? Here's my advice. First, find out if your state is one of the 18. Check your state's SNAP website or call your local office. You need to know if this applies to you. Second, if you're in one of these states, find out exactly what's banned. Don't assume. Every state is different. Some ban soda, some ban candy, some ban both, some ban energy drinks. You need to know your state's specific rules. Third, Plan your shopping differently. I know this sounds obvious, but you're going to need to be extra careful about what you put in your cart. Maybe make a list and double-check it against your state's banned items before you go. Fourth, talk to your regular grocery store. Ask them how they're preparing for this. Ask if they'll have signs or some way to help customers know what's banned. Because the last thing you want is to get to the register and find out half your cart is unusable. Fifth, if you can, try to stock up before January 1st on any items that are going to be banned that you regularly use. I'm not saying hoard, but if you've got the space and you normally buy these things anyway, grab them while you still can. Look, I wish I had better news. I wish I could tell you this was all going to work out smoothly. But based on what I'm seeing, January 1st is going to be chaos. You're going to have confused cashiers, embarrassed shoppers, long lines, and a lot of frustration. The lack of planning here is astounding. They're banning 120,000 items across 18 states with different rules in each state, and they're giving everyone less than 2 weeks' notice. This is going to be a disaster, and unfortunately, it's the beneficiaries who are going to suffer the most. But here's the thing. Knowledge is power. If you know what's coming, you can prepare. You can adjust. You can figure out how to navigate this mess before it hits you at the checkout counter. Anyway, I want you to be aware. This all starts 10 days from right now as I film this video. January 1st Street. As I get more information on anything out there, I will certainly bring it to your attention. I hope this helps you. I'm here for you in any way that I possibly can be. Please drop your comments, your questions, your feedback down below. Let me know what I can do for you. Let me know if you're in one of these 18 states and how you're feeling about this. Let's support each other in the comments. Otherwise, if you have not done so, please consider subscribing. It's 100% free. Big subscribe button right down below. Please share the video. Big share button right down below as well. The more people who know about this, the better prepared we all are. Otherwise, please just have a nice day. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy holidays. I hope you're doing well. And again, I look forward to reading your comments. Stay tuned, and I'll look forward to seeing you again soon. And again, please consider subscribing and sharing the video. Both buttons are right down below the video. It's all 100% free. Thank you so much for being here. Enjoy your day, and I'll catch you again later.